drip this. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it off. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch, tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch, tell them run it off. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it off. SOS. Influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip and tap. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, we don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot, championship ring. Range started from a mascot, went to rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots, but I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tap. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, we don't talk checks, we get to it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Wednesday here. Let's get it. Let's see what we got going on for today. And yeah, some interesting things to discuss actually regarding the yen, which is a little bit different. So let's get straight onto the charts. We'll have a look at the calendar today. Start off with Wednesday here. We have FOMC later on. We have some GBP CPI. They're expecting it's going to be an important one, of course. CPI is always a big one. They're expecting inflation to come down a bit. Let's see how accurate they've been. Last time they expected 4, came 3.8. Okay, yeah, so expecting inflation to come down. If inflation comes down, it's going to be, you'll see GJ dump a bit actually. GBP will be weaker because if inflation's coming down, then we're going to see interest rates be not as high for not as long. So initially we might see a small, positive because of inflation coming down. But ultimately that's how it's going to form. But for New York session, we're clean as well. Bit of FOMC members speaking at this time here, 7 p.m, 30 minutes after NYSE open. Otherwise clean for the rest of the day. Nothing during really, only just CPI for the GBP here. And that's it. So now let's get into the actual analysis part of what's going on. So we're bouncing up here bullish. And this could be a bullish retracement for some potential further downside. My target one is going to be up here at 4100s. Possibly if we can see rejection from that zone, I can look to extend some more downside. I even have a target all the way up here at 4050 as well if we want things want to get crazy. So if we form support above, I would say let's put it 110. 110 here, holding supports above 105 to 110. I think we can fill some of this range and make our ways up to 46s, maybe 50s, somewhere around this zone here, if I were to mark it like this. Okay? Then I'll be looking for potential downside from that areas there, and then we see what ends up happening. So, daily candle ended up closing bullish here, which is why I can kind of expect that extension up into the 110s, maybe, eventually if we want to get crazy into the 146s. Nice bullish candle close, 4-hour time frame as well, closing bullish. Only issue is we're dealing with this small problem here. Not a problem, but you get what I mean. We're just dealing with this little bit of a mess here. We'll have to see how we will react off this zone here. We can put this as a 4-hour support. That's going to be target for now, is going to be this first 4-hour. If we can get and hold above it, then we can extend our targets higher and higher. We're looking at 1-hour time frame. Again, big bullish candle here. We're stuck at this 1-hour resistance. We'll just put a line here and we'll adjust based on lower time frames. 30-minute time frame, same resistance we got stuck at. 50-minute time frame exactly there as well. So this was our 1-hour. We are bullish bias today, so I don't really like the idea of selling here until we tap 4-hour resistance. If we tap 4-hour resistance, I can consider counter bias sells. Just fix my mouse. One sec. Alright, so then I can consider counter bias sells. Otherwise, I have to be on the bullish side. But honestly, I want to be buying from a pullback. I don't really want to be buying the highs here right next to 4-hour resistance. We have a little 15-minute resistance right here. So if I can find a way in to get in earlier, it would be a lot better for me here. 1 hour, I think, might close bearish here. There is a chance. 5 minutes, we're pretty close to flipping, so it could close bullish as well. Only 15-point difference. And be careful with GJ, man. You need to check the news. There is CPI today, man. Inflation data coming out in about 6 minutes. So yeah, I think we need to be, a little bit cautious on the continuation here. We could get a simple continuation if volume wants to come in, but I'd rather buy from maybe the bottom of the range here, because it's not a bad range if we retest 4 hour. It's like 50 pips, so it is tradable. Let's just see how the 1 hour closes, but I'm more on the bullish side for the session. We obviously did most of our bullish move here on this candle here in 9:15 a.m. We have had a significant bullish move, so there is a chance that we retrace during London, but let's see what ends up happening and then take it from there. Now, looking at DAX here on the other hand, still going with that bearish movement here on DAX. You can see previous daily closing strong bearish. We still haven't tapped daily support. That's probably going to be like our major target for today. 4-hour time frame is struggling around here, but still haven't tapped it. So let's see what ends up happening if we do make that drive down and actually try to go and tap that daily support. We don't know just yet. This old 4-hour support here, let's see if it's still relevant or not. Yeah, it's still reacting 1 hours there. So bias is bearish here. Bias is bearish. Yeah, bias is bearish. So I mean, you know, if bias is bearish here, then can look for that extension down to daily support, but we are really at the lows of the range here. But what's nice is we have this beautiful pullback here pre-session. This is actually really useful, this pullback pre-session, because we're not having to sell lows here. We just reacted off this previous 15 here. Yeah, I think closes below here is going to be simple, straightforward. Look for some downside movement. Tap the 1 hour, see what's up at the 1 hour. Yeah, I think that should be the plan there. Get back to this 1 hour and see what's up. We have a nice 5-minute structure here. If something closes below here, at least we have around 10 points. Yeah, 18 points actually, not as bad as I thought. And then we can try extend all the way down there. Now, if price wants to bounce from here, bit tough to look for the bounce play itself, because now we're at the highs, right? So we keep having this lower high, potential lower high. So we need to see a break of structure, because even we're getting internal breaks of structure here, right? We broke structure to upside here, still failed. We didn't do it back here, but we did it here. We broke structure here, still failed. So I need to see like this structural point break. That'll give me more confidence that we could possibly see the move towards the upside start to continue. Let's have a look a bit of GBP JPY before the news here in 1 minute 45 seconds. Possible targets. So daily, very strong close here. If you guys are interested in the yen, there could be yen trades come back. And if you actually care, I need you guys to listen up. How many people are here in here? Yeah, I'm going to repeat myself. So we're going to do it midstream. I'm going to talk about it. Midstream, I'm going to talk about it on the yen. Give people some free value. So let's see. Let's see what the news does here though. News could be interesting. Send price up if we see it come back higher than expected. I'm interested to see the size of the candle here. Let's see, you know, daily looks good. It's, you know, tap daily resistance here, so we can definitely go the other direction. 4-hour resistance here as a target for the session. So news might drive us to that 4-hour resistance, definitely possible. But we're pushing up before news. So I wonder, is this the liquidity grab to then news to give us a wick down? Or will we get a liquidity grab to the 4-hour resistance and then make a downside move, something like that, depending on what the news decides to do. So we'll see here, and like just out of interest, I'm personally not going to be trading the news. It's not my plan. That's a very weak move for CPI data. Maybe because numbers are not out. But that's a really boring move. $3.6. So it came back higher than expected. So we should see an upside move essentially, which is why we got the move before. So it priced it in and now it's dead. So interesting, interesting. This is not really exciting news, to be honest. Now, Interestingly, we did close the 1 hour bearish, but check this closeout, man. If only we were mixed bias today and tapped the 4 hour, this looks great. But how can I trust this right now? I can't. Unless we start leaving 88s here. We leave 88s, I start to get a little bit more. Okay, let me look at counter bias. Now that we have the 1 hour bearish, this can help us a lot to continue the sells. We have this previous 1 hour that it's crossed by wick, so it's not too important. But it lines perfectly with our 5 minute here. So I want to see sells below this if I'm going to take that counter bias option. So yeah, that's the analysis for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Everything is clear. If you did, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Let's get the like up to 100. I would appreciate it. Let's go. What did I click? You're out? I'm out of what? You're out? What does that mean? Bro, I'm getting confused between GC and MGC. Sometimes I see GC didn't close above resistance, but MGC, yeah, you have to trade one and follow that one. They should be almost the same though. Just traded True News without realizing a CPI is really something I can't trade. Yeah, but you're not trading the GBP. You're leaving? No, I'm not leaving. I said leave a like for the stream. Gold, what do you mean? That is what I mean, is you're not trading GBP. Check the calendar, man. Calendar is GBP. You are trading GOLD. Two different things. Harry, any good source to learn in depth macroeconomics? I have the subject in my college next year. Depends, man. I think ChatGPT is a good aggregator. You know, use any AI to aggregate information for you. Once you can do that, it's great. I'm in NY. Where do you live? Respect, man. I'm in Dubai. Look how good this zone became, huh? Very important zone. Look at our reaction from that. So this is going to give us more confidence. If we get below here, sells could make sense, right? Have you ever used a robot to trade? Yeah, I have Jarvis. Have you heard of Jarvis? I'm new here. Welcome, welcome. Today, gold works slow. I don't think it's been working slow, gold, today, to be honest. It looks like it's had quite a good push. Since market opened here, we've moved 300 pips. Definitely not slow. Is that NQ? No, that's called DAX. What music are we listening to today? Something different. Just a new playlist I put together. Yeah, exactly, Faris. Correct. Gold? Yeah, gold is in front of us now. That's what we're looking at. Don't forget, Pip Labs giveaway, 450 viewers. More than halfway there. Eesh, now we're getting this candle come through here for the sells, eh? Maybe we can try a 5-minute close below here in about 2 minutes. Could work. Can get a nice retracement move down. But we need something closing below this previous one. It's giving us too much headaches. Man, I wish we had bias on our side today. How could I have argued sells today? We have 4-hour break of structure on this one. We didn't tap 4-hour resistance. But we did here on futures. I think futures, this is a lot clearer. Yeah, on futures, this makes more sense. Good old dollar yen bless me this week. Do you have a bias on it? I have a bias on yen. I'm going to discuss that midstream here. I have a very interesting study I have on yen. I'm new to prop firm. What is copy trader and how to use it? Copy traders is basically you just copying between accounts. So if you have more than one account, you can copy between it. That's it. Do you still have the OG stream playlist? I do. Just messing around with different ones. So check this. Rejecting on this 5, not closing below. We'll see. It's trying to close below now. If we can get a deep top wick here, potentially we can take counter bias sells. $50 pips. Man, barely a top wick we've got here. Would have hoped for something a bit deeper here so I can at least set up. See if it even gave it on broker. Let's have a look. Yeah, there is one on broker. I mean, we can always enter break of low. It's not the thing, but deep top wick, I would have liked to capitalize off this wick. What are you basing off your sells? Just to retrace during London. That's the problem. And futures has tapped 4 hour. So that's one thing I'm also basing off is futures tapping 1 hour.
I heard.
Yeah, man.
Morning, bro. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, chilling. Can you have a gaze at the screenshot that I sent into the meeting chat?
Sure.
You have a minute.
Yeah, this would be the plan if we can push down now as well. Maybe late London, take the buys up for sure.
No.
I'm seeing if we can capitalize now on that downside move.
Exactly, because why wouldn't you want to be a part of that move?
Exactly, if we can, you know. because that would be the plan for buys, is to come back. I think, you know, on the most strongest market, maybe we tap here and give up 83. And then if we want to come a little bit deeper, we could see maybe 81s.
Yeah, I want
And
to see at
then
least
we
like...
can...
Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. Then we could maybe see something, you know?
Yeah, I want to see like a... What's it called? The market pull towards Asian highs. And then get a nice little setup 5, take the buys back up. You know, it's...
It would be nice.
For that confirmation, you know, instead of just impulsively getting into a you know, a move. Cause that's just what London is. I'd rather preserve.
That's why I'm not too worried about missing even the sells, because we are bullish buyers today. So if we can retest Asian highs, it could be good, you know? That could be a bigger move. We could have Asian high retest and start to make our way, you know?
100%.
So yeah. Let's see how this closes though. Maybe there's some wick fill or something like that. We'll see. Maybe it even closes above. It's, you know, it's how it works. Waiting for closes. Let me just bring in that 50-minute level. We're also just tapping 85 now as well, but 85 hasn't been too relevant too much. It's just been a kind of a wick zone. It's not been a definite support and resistance. So we could have an option to sell down to here, break even at this previous 15. Stop loss, we would have to try get a current candle stop loss. And we can do that with a good top wick. So good top wick, we can get current candle stop loss. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it to run 80 pip stop loss here. But current candle stop loss can make sense. Maybe we get a top wick up to like 87s, 87 500s. So yeah, let's see the top wick. No, bottom wick is not bad. But let's see if we can get deeper. So we can run tighter stops here. I think setup 2 is on the way. Yeah, but we need to retest something. You know, we need to maybe at least retest this 15 or something like this. And also remember, we reached target here. This tapped on futures. We've tapped for our... Here we haven't, but, you know, this is a big candle. So playing a little bit of retrace could be the only thing. Everyone, you might wait for the buys up, but then it comes all the way deep into retest into these levels and buys up during NY, right? You might get the buys during NY. It tapped on broker as well. Damn, if it tapped on broker, I would have been in from this break of low here. Let's have a look on my broker. No, a little bit missed. Like we have a little bit more room for downside. There's like this previous 4 hours as well. Let's see, let's see. I wish we can get a bit of a deeper top wick, would be nice, you know. Just want to see it flip, start to push up, and then I can sell stop this low. Is it because of Nvidia earnings today that gold would push up? No, it's not based off that. Yeah, I just don't have a place for stop loss right now. Even if it breaks low, it's valid, but where do I put stops? We don't have 5-minute structure. I could put it in the 5-minute range and try to get away with it. That means I'm relying on 1-minute structure here. Which is possible. It's possible to rely on 1-minute structure. Okay, this is the best spelling I've seen of dollar in my life. This needs to be framed. Best spelling I've seen of dollar. D-O-O-L-O-R. Best spelling, man. I like it, I like it. I like it, I like it. That has to go in the Hall of Fame. We have to put it in the comment of the day. Go leave a thumbs up for my man. Go leave a thumbs up for my man. Let's go. Boom. Alright, now we're getting the top wick I talked about. Don't be hard on him. I'm not being hard on him. I'm telling him it's the best spelling I've seen. How's that being hard on him? I'm putting him in the Hall of Fame. Maybe English is not his first language, but it's the best way I've seen to spell it. Like, it makes sense. I know what he was saying. It's just funny, right? It's going in the Hall of Fame, that's why. Alright, so this is the top wick. I want to see if we can break this low in 9 minutes. We will have an option. We will have an option to sell. This is why I didn't want to sell early. Could have broken the low first, triggered me, and then we get this pullback. Right, so this is what I wanted to see first. Honestly, if we tapped it on broker, I would have taken it like this, 50 pips. Yeah, I wouldn't have hit 1-to-1 yet though. think I can get away with this stop loss here, 48, 41. It's hard, you have no reason to close here. Tell me, Harry. Tell you what, bro. Tell you what. Tell you what. It's closing inside the range. Maybe we close back above previous 1 hour. We'll see what happens. But this is why I wanted to see this first. Any rule when you go for wicks and when you place it like you said now? What do you mean by that? Not really understanding your question. Are you looking for longs? Yeah, I can possibly look for longs today as well. It is not out the question. SL, 2 levels of protection. Look at the size as well of the top wick before we broke the lows. So yours, look, 2 levels protection, and are you happy being wrong there? That's the question you ask in your head. What's the name of the songs you played during the start of the stream? I don't know which one. I play them most days. You can use Shazam. Shazam would be good. Depends which one you want. There's a few. Shazam is a good tool. Have you heard of it before? What ticker is that? This is gold. Today playing new, yeah, SOS. The name of it is called SOS, yes. You play new playlist? Yeah, trying out new playlist. What do we think? You have to give feedback. By who? NHBD. You already talked about the yen? No, because I'm a little bit focused on gold at the moment, looking at some potential entries. So I don't want to miss it. I will talk about the yen though. I will talk about the yen. Last night I was watching some strategies backed by quant and analytics, and S1, S2 and S5 are in their data. Wow, from 2012 up to date outperforms the S&P. Yeah, exactly. Outperforming the S&P is good, but people don't want that. They want the reality of outperforming bloody the whole market. They want to outperform Bitcoin and stuff like that in their trading, make hundreds of percents of gains per week. Which is possible with heavy risk, huh? Definitely possible with heavy risk. Not difficult at all. Can be a fake out setup? Yeah, we'll have to see. Only guy I believe for crazy gains, Fabio. Yeah, but that's also dependent on risk, right? So yeah, let's have a look at this trade you tried. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because just tap the top of your zone, but your stop loss below the zone is fine. So if you could get the entry there, then yeah, it would work, this one. Remember the first one we said the zone is too big, right? And then we adjusted the zone to here, and now look at it. You just need to get more confident with those. Test them out more. Looks too good to be true. No, because you're thinking about a whole higher time frame process. You don't just make that up, right? You have to think about why is it bullish, how it it's a story. It's not just let me draw a box and then let it tap my box, right? That's the difference. All right, so what are we doing here? Are we going to come back for sells? So maybe we wanted to test that 4-hour support, which is not bad, from yesterday. See if it's still drawn accurately. Yes, it is. It's not really the most relevant. We have crossed through it once and a lot of wicks, but still, you know, we have not crossed through it twice, but there's a lot of wicks, so I do consider it. Now maybe we want to do what? Let's see what it wants to do from here. Does it want to try create supports, leave this zone? Or are we going to try some downside? Same thing on gold here. I'm not satisfied just yet on pure upside. I feel like we could see some downside as well. Hey guys, like 300 watching and only 86 likes. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate the support. All right, while we wait here, I want to talk about yen. Guys, there's something very interesting going on yen. I want everyone to listen here. No one's giving you this type of value because most of the gurus, go ask most of your gurus this about fundamentals and they won't be able to explain to you any of this stuff because they don't care. They don't actually know what it is to be in the market. So listen up here. Right now in the yen, we've seen it be very, very tired, slow, bit lagging. We are seeing the yen get weak. If we look here at, where's my Jixi? There's my Jixi, right? Look at the Jixi. Jixi is falling now, falling to lows, right? We're falling towards back to our January 2025 lows. Maybe even our July 24 lows will be possible here. We are seeing extremely weak yen come back in, okay? So if we find macro support down here, we've also threatened what? We've also threatened fundamentally that Japan is going to launch a stimulus package. At the same time, we are seeing weakness in the stock market. We are seeing weakness in gold, okay? Do you know, right? Do you know what is considered a safe haven asset? Safe haven assets are gold and as well as the yen. Okay, gold and the yen. It is nuts to me that we have dropped 50 viewers just me describing something that will make them money. But anyways, this is extremely important because a stimulus is also known as an intervention. It is a form of an intervention. So they're expecting, so don't you think that this is some big ploy? That they are allowing the yen to get really weak right now? They're allowing the yen to get really weak. And then when they launch the stimulus, when they launch money moving back to the safe haven asset from stock market, because stock market starts to dump, maybe gold starts dumping again, and we see money move back into the yen, guess what's going to happen? We're going to get the yen strength back and this is going to start to retrace. We're going to see this start to retrace, make a yen is going to fly, right? We're going to see yen fly. Yen will probably respect this higher time frame level down here and we will see yen strength come back into the market. Definitely a possibility. Definitely something I'm keeping my eyes on to be capitalizing off the yen here. Something I am looking at to be messing around with, you know? I think it could be very interesting if we get something like that personally. Personally, I think that could be something very interesting. All right, 15-minute candle close here. 30-minute candle also closed here above that previous 1 hour. I think if we're going to get continuation sells, a nice little close below here should give us the option on the 5-minute once we close below here to see the moves down, you know? To see the moves down. If we're going to go towards the upside here, we need to see something more more convincing. So maybe a 5 change of structure, but at the same time, we need to see. If we're having a look at DAX here, we're still respecting our zone here very aggressively. That zone has been now tapped 3 times, respecting it. I would like to see something close below it. What I'd actually prefer is to see this candle close bullish and the next one close below. Right? See what 30 minute. 30 minute looks good though. Good bearish candle close on the 30 minute. But 5 is a threat here, right? When we're thinking about stop loss placement, where are we going to keep stop loss placement? This would have to be our stop loss placement, 50 points. Doesn't make too much sense. Let's go on the 5 minute and see, can we run more aggressive stops? Not really. Let's see the 1 minute. 1 minute most aggressive stops we can run right now, 35 points. Not that bad, but this zone might be issues. We've been rejecting it so many times here. So maybe in 2 minutes we get a 5 close below and then we can just put stops back in the range. Something like this. At least we have the confirmation. So honestly, I'd prefer to see it flip bullish, next one close below, give us that confidence. That would be the liquidity we need, right? Like this, you see? A lot of people just took sells there again. I can guarantee a lot of people just took sells there again. And now we can get the confirmation. This is really important information that I'm giving about how you have to wait for that, because that's like an avoided loss, you know, because people are not wrong. They're selling break of low of 15-minute candle. They're selling break of low of 30-minute candle. It's not wrong thing to do. But the problem is you need to look at the context. You need to look at what's happening overall, right? That's super important. Does everyone see that? Write a number 1 in chat if you see that. What just happened here. Super important lesson. Everyone, I want to see who learned that, who saw that. Super important lesson, because you have everything. If we remove drawings, it looks like this should be a setup, right? 30-minute close bearish, I'm going to sell the low. Let's see in YouTube chat. 2 people only. Alright, everyone else is bots. Zoom, yeah, we're running on Zoom. Good job, good job. If you didn't understand that on YouTube chat, why? Type to me why. Let me see why you didn't understand that. I'm interested to see. Only 3-4 people got it in YouTube chat. That's it. Everyone else is sleeping. Everyone else is sleeping. There we go. Few more people starting to understand. Tap support and uptrend fake out? No, we've had a zone that we've had all day, right? All day we've identified this zone. We've been rejecting. We need something closing below this zone so we don't get caught in something like this, right? We don't want to get caught in something like this and then lose. Share me the playlist. Which playlist, bro? Which playlist? It's not a shareable playlist. It's just in my liked songs. Current playlist. The current one I can share. There you go. I have a feeling gold is going to move massively in London session. Yeah, let's see. We're getting back above the 4-hour support. Let's see what we want to do here. It's very tough consolidation. We don't have big clean moves like this. This would have been nice if we had these type of zones. But we can keep an eye on the higher time frame here as well. Thanks for sharing the insight about the Japanese yen and stimulus. That's actually golden information. You're welcome. I'm watching on my smartwatch and I don't have chat open. Are you serious? You're watching on your smartwatch? Bro, don't tell me you're trading on your smartwatch. I thought I had it bad trading from my phone. This guy's on a whole nother level. I need to see if he's trading on it, man. Can you even download MetaTrader on your smartwatch? I don't use a smartwatch. I want to have as least technology around me as possible. Do you swing trade much? Depends what you consider much. This year I only have one swing trade. Just my NASDAQ long. That's it. That's my one swing trade I have so far this year. And it's my biggest trade of the year. Just from down here. Have a buy. But that's about it. So I do swing trade though. If you want to see some of my swing trades, I can show them to you. If you ask nicely. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is the best username I've seen in a long time. Is London ignoring equilibrium for validation in gold? I don't trade equilibriums. But look at this, this name. Here's your challenge. Challenge of the day is to read this name. This is very interesting name, man. Man. Sick name, man. It's such a sick name. Yesterday before NY, there is Cloudflare global outrage. Yeah, even some issues there's been with AWS as well, right? Sure, man, you give it a shot, but that's the risk. If it rejects, then you know it's okay to do that if you just don't want to wait for close. then you just take it like that, and if it rejects and you lose, that's why you lose. It's just the only part you have to accept. It's pretty simple in trading like that. It's not random if you can identify it, right? I said the name and the future of my charts, and my plate started started floating. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Your advice for emotional traders. I have a psychology video coming out this week. Watch it. It will have the advice in that video. Honestly. I pop in here once a while when I have time. Thank you for the great work you are doing helping traders. Thanks you, brother. Appreciate you popping in. Gold is flying. No, it's not flying. It's hovering around these highs now. If it was flying, we'd see it through our screen. That's a real gold fly. I'm guessing you don't drink, Harry, but what's the nightlife like in Dubai? Good Irish bars? There are quite a few Irish bars. The popular one is called McGettigan's. I would say that's the popular one. But yeah, nightlife in Dubai is, yeah, it's what you want it to be, you know. I mean, Dubai is interesting when it comes to that, but there's definitely a big nightlife scene. I want to have a look at NQ here. What is NQ telling us today? Damn. Marquito, bro. Good to see you, man. NQ has good trades during London? It does, yeah. What do you think about gold going out this 15-minute range right here? We need to see if it wants to, though. It is stuck at this 30-minute. We have a 30-minute close in 15 minutes. 15-minute just closed here. So we need to see if it wants to get out the range. We don't have any 5-minute structure here, so if it wants to pull back, that could be a buy opportunity on these pullbacks. You know, so we could look at something like that as well. Did you take anything yesterday? Yeah, I took some US 30 sells. Wasn't too exciting though. I'll show you the ones I took. It was on lower time frame here. I was looking for continuation. Didn't really do too much, but it was okay. Let's go find it. Whoa, whoa, why are we in Wednesday, bro? Oh, this is all today. Yeah. These were the sells here. Sold this low. Stop loss above here. Gave me exactly like a 1-to-1. Had 40, 47, and then it pushed like 42, and then I saw it retrace, and then I closed somewhere here. Wasn't too exciting, to be honest. Then it went deeper, and then I didn't want to enter on this candle deeper. I don't even think this would have given me a 1-to-1 though. 59. Actually, it would have, yeah. So that would have been better, the actual breakout. But I was trying to get in earlier before the breakout, but it went deeper retracement. NQ, if closed below, could have some 5-minute sells. Yeah, it could be an opportunity there. Also, if it closes above here, could have some counter, some buys. Gold support at 92. Yeah, if gold can retest 92, I would look for something from there. Maybe potentially it wants to break out. We'll have to see. This is the reason London is shitty. I won't say it's shitty just yet. DAX looks like it's just gone a bit of a sleep right now. Hello, is there any reason why you don't trade Euro? Greetings from Austria. Hello, brother. Not any particular reason, no. Just it's I like to focus on 2 to 3 pairs max, preferably 2. And there's no any reason though. There's no any reason. Use 50-minute ORBs? No, I don't use 50-minute ORBs, but you know, my setup one has some resemblance to an ORB. That's the thing, right? So there is a connection. Trying to buy NASDAQ? Yeah, potentially. Maybe I can fill this wick at least. Gold has good 5-minute change of structure. Any reason you didn't take the trade? You're asking why I didn't buy gold right here? Yeah, because I don't want to buy into this resistance right here. And then just this be another lower high and we continue down. Because we broke structure to the downside. We haven't broke structure to the upside just yet. We're also at extremes on the upside, right? So if I look at my upside probability, I want to be a buyer from somewhere down here. So I want to be, ideally, that's my like prime place to buy. I don't want to be a buyer all the way up here and then get caught. The only other place I can be a buyer is if price shows me this bullish strength, which it has now. We have a very nice strong 15-minute candle and we leave the zone, because then I'll be creating a new zone, kind of like this concept, right? So we have this strong candle and then we leave the zone here. So that's another way I can get in, is leaving this zone here. Preferably, I always prefer to get in on the pullback. And then the last way I can get in is potentially on this candle if it creates some sort of support down here to get the move out the range. Again, what we've seen sometimes during London is we have the potential to range inside of here as well. There's even a possibility we do this, right? And if that's the case, then I want to be a buyer here. And a seller is hard because we have bullish bias. So there is a probability that we break out of the range today, or at least during the session. Let's see what DAX is doing here. DAX is going to try come back towards our selling zone here 5 minutes before the open. So let's see what happens here before the open. Just going to go to the toilet quickly and generate some volume from me going to the toilet. Give me a sec. Morning, Harry. Did you grow up in the States? I actually didn't. I grew up in Dubai. So no, not the States. I actually haven't been to the States. I want to visit. I definitely want to visit. Did you wash your hands? Yeah, if you don't believe me, look at my mouse. Can you see that it's wet? Does that show? You can look at my hands there and see that it's wet. So that's if you don't believe me. I'm not uncultured. Color wheel, we might have to test the color wheel. You guys want the color wheel? Let me know. Let me know in chat. Yes or no? Color wheel or what? Looks like my mouse after a sweaty trade. Yeah, that's how it is. Yes. Before the open, huh? Before the open, we do the color wheel. Alright, alright, alright. Pick number and color. Today I'm going with, I'll tell you what I'll go with after. Check out gold. We might get sells on gold as a potential. Wow, look at that rejection wick. Super interesting, huh? 1 hour's closing bearish again. Green 4. I'm gonna say blue 1. Blue 1, I'm saying. Blue 1. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Blue 1. Blue 1. Come on. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. Let's go, man. I'm too good, bro. I wish I got paid for this. I quit, man. I quit. Thank you very much. Look, man, at this point, I need to type this online. Can you guys see this? Online casino. Because I don't know why I'm wasting time here waiting for candles close. Because why should I wait for candle close when we can just go straight to roulette now? I mean, I'm too good at this, man. I swear. I think we should just, you know, we should play something different, honestly. Why should I keep waiting for these candles close and this give me torture when I can pick one number and color at the same time? Man, that's like a parlay, bro. And look at the, hello, wake up, DAX. I'm telling you, if DAX can break out the range, we can get some heavy volume. We can get some heavy volume. Yeah, gold did a gap down here. We have 1 hour no top wick here. So what we want to see on gold is we just want to see a support formation. Something form. It's a very tricky scenario we have right now. The only way to get in without headache is going to be maybe taking it on the 1 hour and running stops 110 pips. But am I fully bearish today? We don't know. Well, I'm not 100% confirmed on that. We need signals then. Yeah, we'll work on something. We'll work on something. Yeah, we have a gap down, but you know, we do have a top wick at least, but the gap down is not nice. Sometimes those get filled a little bit. This is prime Harry gambling at that color wheel. Yeah, I honestly think we should switch. Binary options then. Binary options would be the play for today. Wow, I just saw this 1 minute. Can you guys see this 1 minute? That's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Euro dropped heavy. Yeah, just a dump here. Let's see if Dax is awake. Up. Good morning, Dax. Glad for you to join the party. Thank you very much. Would you be so kind to close above and not blast, or are you gonna just blast? 1 minute 40 seconds. Let me know. Oh, okay. You're gonna blast. No problem. Thank you, Dax. Actually, this might have been an entry option here. Let's see. 15 close bullish, 30. Yeah, I think that one, that looking back, oof, but then we tap target there. We are bearish buys today as well. Yeah, bearish buys today. Yes, in hindsight, it looks a lot easier now. I can make it up. Wow, NASDAQ is absolutely consolidating. NASDAQ is absolutely consolidating, but if it does break out of this range, could be interesting. 1 hour time frame close bullish, 30-minute close bullish, 50-minute close bullish. You see any? There's not any clear ones. No, we need to wait for some price action. Yes. See you, bro, in NY. Take care. Have you tested NASDAQ? I have actually. I wasn't the first. We have a guy in our group called Alex. He was trading it a bit. We've had some other people as well. And then this weekend, I decided to have a little go on it. But I haven't live traded it yet in London, though. That will be new. So maybe I do what I did with US 30, run half risk for a little bit. We'll see. You took yesterday NASDAQ short? No, I took US 30 short yesterday. US 30 short yesterday. I've tested US 30 open try. I saw it, bro. I saw it. I gave it a thumbs up. It's a good work. You put all the...
Yeah, but I don't think it's sustainable long term for those results, honestly.
Yeah, it's a small data set, you know?
Yeah.
It is like this, though. This is how it is. Like, the open can really be like this, you know? 9 wins, 2 losses is pretty similar to what I have. You know? At least it's 1 month of data is okay. Might be a good month, test it. But honestly, I think you could... I think it'll drop a little bit more. You know? That's the way I like to trade the open.
Yeah, there's a video on it on WAP. I used it.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that video on WAP. How is gold doing? Are we still dumping here? Yeah, we're dumping, but we're not gonna... Don't know. We need this to close bullish and next one close below bearish and we have a clear entry then. Then we have a super simple entry that we could just milk out of it, you know? What do they mean when X countries are getting stimulus package? They're basically printing money and pumping it into the economy. It's literally something like a hack. You know when you used to play GTA and then you could hack money? It's the same thing. It's like, shit, people are struggling, so let's just hack money by printing it and then put it into the economy to artificially, temporarily inflate everything. Did you take the sell Wickfill yesterday or another sell? No, I took another sell. It was on lower time frame. It was nothing special. It was a little bit choppy if I'm being honest. So we had this push up here in the open. And then I got in on this candle here. And then I actually got out around here because I started to see it retrace. not. It was not. It was like a 1 to 0.7. Wasn't too good. I mean, if I just left it and ignored the pullback here, then I could have actually got a nicer move. But I decided not to ignore the pullback. Yo, 2 minutes. You need to chill. Why are they doing that? To boost an economy. Christmas treat? Could be as well. Could be as well. Harry, I made 2,800 and need 200 more to pass the account. Top set 50k, but feeling too afraid to pull any trigger. Have to pull the trigger, man. How are you going to feel when you pass the account? You're going to be scared to pull the trigger then? Right? You're going to be scared to pull the trigger and you're never going to make money in this game. You can't be scared of losing the account, man. You made 2,008. If you gambled 2,800, I would understand why you're scared, because now it becomes legit. So you need to... Oh, look at this. We might be closing here on Nasdaq below. Finally a breakout out after all this consolidation. Interesting. Stop loss here would have to go above all these candles. The only thing that worries me is this whole 1 minute range. We're just stuck in this 1 minute range. This is a scenario I've not really tested too much. Since I have not tested this scenario on Nasdaq just yet, guys, I'm not going to take this. But this would be something that I'm interested to collect data on, this specific scenario. So the issue is normally what I can see is we respect 1 minute support like this and then we can't break through. And then I'm stuck in drawdown, which it's kind of doing at the moment. You can see it's respecting that support. So normally you'd want something closing below here just so we leave the whole range, especially when we're coming from consolidation. So there's two things you can do. You can either look for the close below here in 47 seconds and then take that as well, or you just, the 5 minute is going to supersede that support, and since it's the first time we're getting a close, we should be able to push through. But I want to collect a little bit of information on that, you know. So I can also wait for the 15-minute close and trade based off that. So I'm interested to see. DAX is also coming to our sell zone. Also 2 minutes for DAX candle to close here, so it could be a similar move. And if they follow each other, I think Nasdaq will be cleaner than DAX. I mean, they could be the same, But Nasdaq, we have a better stop loss. Let's see. What a fake out by DAX? Yeah, we're speaking about those sells options. It's just happening in such a way where it's like super quick. You could sell this low on DAX as well. So we do have a close below here on Nasdaq. We'd have to break even after like 8 points. 22 point stop loss. Do have like a 22 point target as well. 15 close below. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Something new. So I'm only gonna do half risk. And then I'm gonna break even here because we're still learning. All right. Let's have a look. Seem to be struggling just down here at the moment. If I'm in a close strong bullish here, we need to respect this line which is close to stop loss. All right. I guess I should not try anything new on stream. Do not try anything new. So yeah, not that bad. Only lost here 130 bucks. Like I said, gonna try something new. And that's it. I'm showing you guys new things I'm trying. So do not copy, obviously, if I'm trying something new. I don't have any other time to try it, right? If I'm not going to do it now, then when am I going to do it? Because I'm live during the time I want to try it. So that's the thing. If I'm going to be live during the time I want to try it, I'm going to try it. But this is just a test. Not even a trade that something legit per se. It's just a test. Just a test for me. Super low risk. Not even half risk, man. It's just a test for me. You see here, 132 bucks. It's just a test. I just wanted to test. I'm not even taking it as a real trade for myself here. 130 bucks for me, it's just a test. If you don't try, you won't know. No, I'm just doing it transparently. Like, this is stuff I'm testing. Like I said, I'm having a look at NASDAQ. It's not a main pair. I haven't taken it on my main account. You can see on IC, I don't even have NASDAQ open on my IC here. You can see GBP JPY, I don't even have NASDAQ open. So it's just something I wanted to test. And I'm just doing it transparently so you guys can see, by the way. I'm not doing it. That's why I didn't, take it all crazily and stuff like that. I didn't take it on. Yeah, that's what I said. It's not really a serious trade. I made that clear. I'm still testing. It's not my main pair. I even said I just did a little bit of back testing. Can you trade NAS? Yeah, you can trade NAS on IC, man. You can for sure. 100%. I think the best entry would be and then go break even. Yeah, I think that would be all right as well. But I don't think there you have a chance to get break even though. You would be in drawdown still. It's just listed as a CFD? Exactly, yeah, it's listed as a CFD. Yeah, so I want to test this a little bit more. But I like the volume that's coming in right now, though. That is something very interesting, the volume we're seeing. NAS during New York will be better. There's some good trades that come in London, as a backup pair. I do notice that in the time that I backtested. Obviously not this one, but, I'm interested to see how many people in stream copied my experimental trade. It's okay, you can be honest. I just want to see what people are doing. If they're just blindly copying or are they thinking about the trades they enter. Who blindly copy? Even in exclusive, who just blindly copied? Be honest. It's not I want to see. You full ported? Why did you full port? Good for the guys who didn't. No, but out of curiosity, good to see, good to see. Let's see. Good. I really don't want you guys entering experimental trades. Because there's no point. But if we're taking a serious trade that we plan all together and stuff like that, it's gonna be good. Not gonna lie, trying to trade a bunch of different pairs is gonna cook you. Too many pairs is confusing. Yeah, I only have 3 pairs right now with Nasdaq. Without, I have 2, so it's not gonna. 2 pairs is not gonna cook me at all. 2 pairs I can manage very easily. 2 pairs, I'm never worried about 2 pairs. 3 pairs, I'm also not worried. I think 4 pairs in the way I trade is pretty difficult. 4 pairs, I would say. 4 pairs, I think, is difficult. Right now, I just do gold. Do you think it's a good idea to add DAX? If you like it, I think DAX is probably at the moment not the strongest, but it is a very strong pair overall. We might get a thunderstorm here on DAX actually. That would be cool. Would also get the 30-minute close above, 50-minute setup 3. Okay, that might be interesting. Let's see if that happens. I mean, 50-minute close above, what am I saying? I mean, 5 minutes thunderstorm. So that could be interesting. DAX, at least you would be break even. Yeah, and DAX gave a push breaking the low, right? Actually gave a push breaking the low. Previous 4 hours a concern? Definitely could be, yes. But I was hoping to thunderstorm to it. But now it looks like we're closing at it, which would be an issue. We'll put a line there now. What is gold doing?
Harry,
Yo, man.
remember when I said earlier in the day? Little retest of Asian highs?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect there. But fuck. Can't execute on that.
I think only the 5 minutes you have to go on.
Exactly.
Let's see what NQ. So I believe if we grab liquidity on NQ, we should be able to push up. Yeah. Okay, then we closed above my level. Oh, nice. How big was stop still? 35 and it pushed 19. So we need to see if this gives you at least a 1-to-1. 35 would be all the way up here, so it's hard with stop loss placement. Current candle stops could work with that size of bottom wick, but did it make the bottom wick first? Yeah, just about. So then with current candle stops, $24.18. Yeah, almost there. What about GJ? When can we bring it back? Once it has some fundamental. Remember I talked about the yen in this stream? Once that yen fundamentals come back, it could be good actually. Once the yen fundamentals come back. What about this setup 4 here? Previous 1 hour is now previous. We've crossed through it twice, so that can be removed. 30-minute closing bullish. We need a bottom wick here. Yeah, we could have a setup 4 here, guys, with the 30-minute setup 2. But we don't have a bottom wick just yet. 1 minute we have structure 5, we don't. But the bottom wick would help us. Then we can keep a stop loss maybe below here after a good bottom wick. Yeah, potentially a gold buy here. If we can just push down a little bit more, I might look at a gold buy. Yeah, this is the bottom wick I wanted to see. Yeah, so I'll look to enter a position here, breaking the high. I'm going to keep stop below this 15 support, which is our previous range 15 support, which is also this 5-minute support and this double 1-minute structure. We have this one and then this one. Still pretty big stop, 50 pips. So it's not really the smallest stops. But it's a good bottom wick here. If we get a deeper bottom wick than where I have this, then I'm going to just obviously adjust my stop loss to that. If it gets too deep, then I don't think it will be worth it because our max target here is 60 pips. So if I have to start dragging stops to like 68 pips or something, I don't know if it's going to be worth it because then we need to break through the range. So I kind of wanted to respect. I'd say, yeah, it's tough even somewhere down there. But let's see how the stops end up forming. Because really I want to be out by the 30-minute here. Same as the 1 hour, right? If this 5-minute candle closes bearish, I think we might, without leaving a long rejection wick to downside, I think we might push deeper and then stops won't make sense. But the nice thing is, if we can get structure form like this, and then get a 5-minute candle closing here, or at least breaking through here, then we can look to buy up back towards there. I think that'll be a nice buy. You know, we could even get a setup number 3 on the 15-minute, right? 15-minute closes weak. I think it's just a retest and gold will go down further. Yep, there's also the possibility of that, but then I shouldn't be triggered, right? If gold wants to go down further here, I'm not going to be triggered my entry, right? It's not going to break this high. If gold wants to go down further now, I doubt it to break the high and then go down further. Unless it, of course, consolidates, then breaks the high, then goes down, yes. But to right now fly up and then go down, it would be something interesting for sure. Yeah, this is getting too deep. So what I'm going to do here is just wait for a 5-minute support and then look to enter breaking through these highs. That would be the plan. Very simple. If the 15-minute closes bearish, it's a different setup. Unless it closes weak bearish, that's a good trade. And then that's what I'll be looking for. So that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the plan is to look exactly for that. Just wait for something to close bullish here, something a little bit more weaker in terms of the 15-minute candle, and then I can take the buys, right? Then I can take the buys. Otherwise, we might continue down further. Now, maybe some of you are wondering, what about the sells? I think at this target here, you want to be careful, you know? I think you have better chance looking for a buy setup, and that's it. So that's what I'm going to wait for here. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple. If that happens later, I will take that, give myself like an hour or something, actually like 30 minutes more for the session. If not, I show up with NY. All the guys in the exclusive group, don't forget today we have NY session, so I'll catch you guys for that. NYSE open, full margin on US 30. Be ready, be ready. Let's see if we can continue our NY winning streak here. We need to continue our NY winning streak. So let's see if we can continue the NY winning streak. Or do we get cooked today? We shall find out in today's episode of NY Trading with Tradesharpe. So let's have a look at what happens. So let's see if gold creates support, starts to break through these highs. Could be quite nice, which might be happening sooner than we expect. You know? So yeah, hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. Much love. Take care. Appreciate you guys showing up as always. I really do. It's a pleasure to have you. You guys get to see exactly how I experiment. I do everything here transparently. I don't just try to give signals, but you wait and see. London win streak is going to come next now. We have the New York win streak. Now let's get the London win streak. Hopefully you guys will be there for that. If you're not, then I guess it's your loss, right? But yeah, appreciate you all. Take care and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right? Peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.